All right, we are live. We are live. Tap in with me, y'all. What is going on the YouTube side, TikTok side? What is going on, y'all? What is good? What is good? What is going on? Shout out to my man Ryan. What's good, bro? Shout out to my man Bam. What's up, Bam Bam? Shout out to you. What's going on? All my football heads. Tap in with JC. You already know what it is. What is going on, Greg Wilson? Shout out to you, man, on the TikTok side. It's so crazy, guys, because there's been a lot of moves that has been made. It's wild to me. It's wild to me because we see guys like Jabril Cox. I know a lot of people have been they have not liked what he has done, but I think that the type of skill set that he has, I mean, when it comes down to the Washington Commanders, they're the type of team that they look at what we're doing. They always do it. They do it. They did it with John Ridgeway, and now they did it with Jabril Cox. It's so wild, man. Hey, shout out to my man Raymond. What's good, Raymond? What's going on? You already know what it is, man. Dallas Cowboys for life, man. You already know what it is. What's good? What's good? Shout out to Craig. What's going on, man? What is good? What is good? Yeah, man, it's just wild that to see a guy like Jabril Cox, like the type of athlete that he is and what he could have done for us. It just didn't show up on a consistent basis when it mattered in a preseason, in a regular season. He did get hurt one year, but having a guy like that had that athleticism, we know that this type of league now, I mean, it's a passing league. The running backs, the tight ends, these guys are built like wide receivers. You will want a guy like him to be able to thrive for our type of team and Dan Quinn's system. But I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. But like I said, man, when it comes down to like teams like Washington or the Giants or any team, the Colts, they look at our players. They look at our players all the time, and it's not sweet. You end up cutting these guys, and they might not be able to make it to the practice squad. So it happens. It definitely happens. He said, "Let's go, Dak, CD. This our year." Hey, you already know, man. You already know, man. We got to keep the faith. Hey, shout out to Regina. What's good? Hey, you already know I had to creep in here real quick, man. It's been so much that's been going on with this 53-man roster. Like, we got a lot of talent that we kept, but it's just sad to see a guy like Jabril Cox, like that one right there threw me off guard. And just to see those hating Washington Commanders, they know it's so funny because I live in the DMV area and they try to malign us. They try to talk so down on us, but they respect the type of talent that we bring in. But sometimes when it comes down to some players and some coaching, I'm going to pay attention to this guy because sometimes with coaching, just starting off and having a fresh start, it can be a big deal. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll definitely see. But as far as the linebackers, we only kept 3 linebackers on our roster. So I think that eventually we'll be picking up another linebacker within free agency. I mean, it's a lot of good talent out there. A lot of good talent. Hey, what's going on, DC for Life, Texas? What's good? What's good, man? Yeah, man. You already know I had to tap in, bro. What's going on? What is going on? My man said, be honest, and this is not our mess. How you feel about the Cowboys? How do you feel like the Cowboys will do this year? I think the Cowboys will be good this year, man. Shout out to you, bro. I think the Cowboys will be good this year, but the main thing about our Dallas Cowboys is doing it when it really matters most. We already know that we can be able to boogie once we get into the regular season, going up against these teams. Yeah, it's going to be tough playing against these Buffalo Bills and anybody else that we lining up against, but the opposition understands the type of talent that we have. And yeah, we just got to go out there and put it together because sometimes you can have a good team and have bad chemistry. You know what I'm saying? There's been a plethora of teams out there in the past that they had good players, but as far as chemistry, it wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So all of that stuff matters. The little things matter, but I believe that with the 53-man roster, everybody that we clamped down, we got some good guys, but we did lose some guys as well, man. It hurts. It definitely hurts, but I think that, everybody upstairs made the right decisions going forward, and I think that we'll be fine. Hey, shout out to Raymond, shout out to Regina, shout out to my man Reality Cowboys. What's good? Hey, TikTok side, make sure y'all tap in with me on the YouTube side. I'll be able to post y'all comments up on this side. I'm on both platforms, so you already know. My man said if Dallas brings it every Sunday, we're hard to beat. Big time. But that's why I say, like, getting back to the basic ball. Like, I understand that this is a passing league now. These guys like to get cute, but when you playing that old school type of football, that 1992, 1993, 1995 type of Cowboys football, when you're running the ball, you're doing basic things. That's what's going to open it up for play action. And I think that we have the talent. I mean, you got CeeDee Lamb, you got guys like Michael Gallup that can be that possession guy. You got guys in the slot like Brandon Cooks to take the top off the defense. This is the type of stuff that we need. So you got the names. All you got to do is go out there and put it together. You got to put it together. He said CeeDee Lamb, 88, he's got it. Yeah, big time. You already know CeeDee Lamb is our guy, but the main thing is just staying healthy, trying to stay focused, just getting better. You know what I'm saying? What are you going to do your next play? What are you going to do your next game? He has the ability to be able to catch over 1,400 yards. But even if he caught over 1,200 yards, when you have Brandon Cooks, when you have guys like Michael Gallup, all of those guys together, I think it'll be a unit, and we'll get this thing going. All right, shout out to my man, Reality. What's good, bro? He said, nah, the players we lost wouldn't have played a major role this year. Our time is now, so I don't care about the ones we lost. No all pros there. Yeah, I understand. I definitely understand where you're coming from. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, when you look at situations like a Jabril Cox, yeah, he might not work out for Washington, and he's had his opportunities. He's had plenty of opportunities to go out there. You see a DeMarvion Overshown get hurt, and we all know that DeMarvion Overshown, he was literally on his way to really rip up this league, regardless. And one thing I like about the linebacker position, you can be a second rounder, third rounder, fourth rounder. There are a ton of linebackers that have thrived in the NFL, being later round picks, being mid-round picks. So I can't wait to see that guy. I can't wait to see him. But as far as the three linebackers that we have on our roster right now, we got to get more. We definitely got to get more. And I actually do. I think Deion Jones is still out there right now. Cowboys Nation, let me know what y'all think about him. You know what I mean? I played the linebacker position. I do like this player. Very, very athletic. He's played in that Dan Quinn type of system. So you already know, we're already familiar with this type of player and what he can do. That could be fireworks. But if this team is going to be able to get to where they want to go, they're going to have to solidify that linebacker position. We feel good about the defensive line. I'm happy that we were able to keep all the guys. What's his name? Dorrance Armstrong. He was one of the guys that a lot of people thought we were going to cut. But when you think about guys like Sam Williams, guys that's getting in trouble off the field, you got to keep those players. You know what I'm saying? Even though a lot of people are saying he's that spotty type of defensive end, that's that cleanup type of defensive end as far as sacks, that's okay. That's okay, because just like we've always said, Dan Quinn brings these guys in waves, y'all. You know what I mean? And you got to keep these guys fresh going down the stretch when it matters. So it's definitely going to be huge. All right, shout out to my man, DC for Life. He said, making it, bro. Ready to watch some Cowboys football. DC for Life. Let's freaking go, bro. Hey, fireworks, bro. Fireworks, because it's so exciting. I'm going to be at that Eagles game December 10th. It's going to be fireworks. And shout out to my man, Mike Autry. Shout out to him, because he's going to be there with me, and we're going to probably go to the restaurant, you know what I'm saying, eat some steak. You already know how that go. All right, let's see. Shout out to my man, Craig. What's good, Craig? He said we should have gotten rid of him and kept Land. Oh, you talking about, hold on, you said you have no idea how Hunter made the team. Yeah, because you want to know why? Because hashtag we love our guys. Hashtag we love our guys. That's the thing. That's their whole energy when it comes down to drafting their guys the first year. They kept every single player that they drafted. You know what I'm saying? But I think that guys like Isaiah Land should have stayed on this team. I mean, having a player like him, what he did against the Jaguars is just so unfortunate. Just like I said, like, these teams, they watch us. They watch us all the time. They always got our eyes on their eyes on us, to seeing what we're doing. So it's a little funny, man. Like, if you're going to sit there and, you know, give up your players and just drop a lot of these players, a lot of these guys are not going to make it through. You know, when you're looking at guys like John Ridgeway as well from last year. So, all right, my man said, let me go back to that one comment. Okay. He said Land. Okay, he said, I'm so ready for week one. Yeah, week one is going to be fireworks. Like, it's definitely going to be good, but it's going to be a huge test, especially when you're going up against the Buffalo Bills, you're going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. Even though I can't stand the Eagles, sometimes, man, you got to respect the op. You know what I mean? Like, if you get caught sleeping and not understand how good the opposition is, sometimes you can go out there and get ran off the field. So just having an understanding on what these defenses, what these offenses are trying to do to us, and trying to find ways to just to run around that and do what we got to do, man, and get it done on the field, man. So you said Hunter. Yeah, Hunter was not drafted. Hunter was not drafted, but everybody else they kept. But it's crazy because just having that one last game, I think that with his type of ability, they're going to use him as like a use check. The same guy from the 49ers, if they can use him in the goal line, if they can use him to be able to catch the ball, the little things, that'll be huge, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely going to be good. All right. Shout out to everybody on the TikTok side too. All right, man said go Texas Astros and Rockets, man. Hey, go ahead, man. Go ahead, man. You always come in here. He said, can I get a wrench? I'll definitely give you a wrench. I have a different platform. So whenever like my video is done streaming, then I can be able to see it from the YouTube side, then I can do it. But from here, I can't be able to do it. But I definitely got you, bro. I definitely got you. All right. But yeah, man, like I said, man, like just having our guys out there, I'm proud that, you know, a lot of these guys were able to step up, you know what I mean? But like I said, when it comes down to that linebacker position, it's going to be very, very important to get these guys in there. I mean, because that front seven, that is what's going to propel us and get us to where we want to go in the playoffs, man, when the games are very, very important. He said, yeah, Cowboys have no depth at offensive line, corner, or linebacker. Well, the linebacker position is where I'm having my issue, but the cornerback position, I think that we're fine when it comes down to the cornerback position. I mean, having Stephon Gilmore, Trayvon Diggs, that's going to be fireworks. But then on top of that, you bring in Jordan Lewis. You know what I'm saying? You put him on a 53-man roster. I mean, they're saying that this guy is healthy, so that's going to be good. Not saying that this guy is going to go out there and, you know, contribute, because we know what Deron Bland has been doing. But as far as that fourth cornerback position, it's very important, okay? Because the first, second, or third cornerback can take a playoff, they can take a game off. These guys are going to see time. That fourth DB and the fifth DB, they're going to be seeing a lot of time. So it's going to be huge. And I can't wait to see, because the thing is, I've always respected a guy like Jordan Lewis. He's a feisty type of corner. They call him Hip Pocket Lewis. He is a very good player, but just putting him in the scheme, getting him right, it's going to be big time. It's going to be big time. He said, hey, what's good, DP? What's good? What's good, man? What's going on, brother? He said, what's goody? Have we signed a linebacker yet? Hey, it's imperative. We got to get ourselves a linebacker. I think that we will. The guy Kurtzky, he was cut by the Texans, but I think he signed with someone else. I think it's the Buffalo Bills he signed with. But I was talking about Deion Jones, bro. Somebody that we can be able to put in that we're familiar with. You know what I'm saying? And see how it all plays out with that. All right. Hey, what's up, Bruce? What's good, Bruce? He said, shout out to Regina too. She said, it's funny how Lance came to Dallas to learn more. Not all the other teams were so-called elite quarterbacks. Yeah, man, look, it's crazy. Like, man, it's wild. Just bringing this type of guy here to the Dallas Cowboys with Dak Prescott, I think it's going to be good, y'all. I definitely think it's going to be good, but it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time and see how it all plays out with him. But just implementing him into the system, understanding what Mike McCarthy wants him to do, and like 2, 3, 4 years down the road, possibly. The guy's only 23 years old, but just having that type of athleticism like a Dak Prescott, this is what makes Mike McCarthy, all those guys upstairs say, all right, this might be our guy that we want. Because when we're going up against teams like the Philadelphia Eagles, the Buffalo Bills, whoever that we might be playing, if Dak Prescott is hurt, they might not want to drop off. They might want to keep the offensive playbook the same, because they have similar type of skill set, being able to run, throw the ball, little things like that, man. But the main thing is coming in here, learning the system. I think that this guy could be something special for us. I'm excited. I'm excited to see him, but he's raw. He's a raw player, and it's going to take some time. But having Dak Prescott, having this guy under his wing, it's going to be big, because Dak Prescott, he's a team first guy, and that's going to be huge, man. But as far as people saying that he's going to go out there and take his position, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that Dak Prescott, when he comes in, he steps up when it really matters. Like when it comes down to situations like this, when you got a quarterback like Romo, or if you got a quarterback like a Trey Lance that they've raved about, I think he'll step up, and he did the same thing with Romo. So having pressure is okay. It's okay. A little bit of pressure, that brings the best out of you. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Bruce. Hey, Bruce, I'm gonna probably end up doing the Fan Fridays too, bro. So you can tap in with me on Friday, man, because I know you guys got a lot to say about all these cuts, you know, everything. You know what I mean? So we got a lot of catching up to do. But my man said, JC, do we start hating the Giants now, or just the week of? Hey, bro, I can't stand them, bro. Hey, listen, man, I can't stand them. Washington, you know, Washington try to take all our players, and Philly. Everybody can get it in the division, bro. So it's gonna be good, bro. All right, my man said J. Lou can and has played every spot in the secondary. Him and Izzy give us 2 Swiss Army knives in the back end. That's the thing. You know what I mean? Like, and here's another thing, guys. Let me know, DP, what do you think they're going to do with a guy like Marquise Bell? Having 3 linebackers, we know that they're going to possibly pick somebody up. Y'all let me know, chat box, as far as Marquise Bell, because what I saw on tape, I saw a lot of linebacker. He was playing inside of the box. I know coming out of FAMU, I mean, they had a lot of respect for him being able to roam sideline to sideline, getting skinny. He's a slippery type of player, very physical. So if you can be able to scheme him like that, I know Donovan Wilson will be playing a lot of that position, you know, roaming around at the front 7. But just having a guy there, I think that he can be something good for us too as well in Marquise Bell. So you guys let me know, man, what y'all think about Marquise Bell. He said, this is still the Eagles division. Nah, it ain't sweet, bro. It ain't sweet. It ain't sweet. Hey, check how many times Dak has beat the Eagles, bro. So we'll, and you come back and let me know. All right. It's not sweet when it comes down to the Dallas Cowboys, even though we got a lot of work to do. Got to keep it real. We got a lot of work to do, and we ain't going to sit there and just gas us like that. They got to go out there and prove it. They got the talent from off season, everything from the draft. You got your one technique. You got a space, what do you call it? A gadget guy, not a gadget guy, but I think that in a Deuce Vaughn, I mean, this guy can really be something for us, and you can be able to implement him into our system, man, and get this thing going. So it's going to definitely be special with him. I said, telling y'all, what's the vibe on the wide receiver room? Brooks over Houston. Yeah, hey, look, man, it's wild. I actually really, really like Dennis Houston. Dennis Houston was one of the guys, I mean, every time when we get to the preseason or we get to training camp, he has been showing up. He's one of the guys that's like, he's not elite at anything, but he's just solid at pretty much everything. And he's a good catcher, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes, you know, when you got a guy like Brooks to come out there and you can just take, you can take the spot. You can take the spot. So, hey, what's up, Jalen Body? What's good, bro? What is going on? What is going on? He said, Bell is too small to play linebacker. Yeah, he's not the biggest guy, but you got to understand that their type of scheme, bro, is kind of like the same things that they do with Donovan Wilson I think is the same thing that they're going to do when it comes down to a guy like Marquise Bell. You know what I'm saying? So just having guys to be able to cover these tight ends, to be able to cover these running backs and be physical and roam sideline to sideline, it's going to be big, bro. You know what I'm saying? And playing that big nickel linebacker position, a lot of those guys are safeties. Some of those guys are safeties. They can roam, and those guys can boogie. He said he's going to get injured. I mean, you can't. I mean, don't say that just yet, bro. Don't say that, man. That's bad juju, bro. That's bad juju. I don't want to hear that. All right, my man said Pollard can't handle the load. We'll see. We'll see. He has not handled the load before. So just being that featured running back, I mean, I think that he's going to be a top 3, top 2 type of running back, because usually when you're coming in and you're playing on a 1-year deal, this is when these guys turn up. And I don't know how far, you know, we're going to go this year, but I know for sure that this guy's going to tear it up. My main thing is when we get to the playoffs, these guys be healthy, because we got the talent to get it done, man. No excuses. No excuses. All right. Let's see. Hey, what's good? What's good, Dad? What's good? What's good, man? He said, shout out to my guy, JC. Watch out for that Kelvin Joseph Dallas disc mixtape. Hey, look, bro. That situation is so wild to me, bro. So wild. But I told my guy, Rob, I was talking to him that right before the 53-man roster, with all the cuts happened, and I told him, I was like, hey, I got a feeling that they're going to probably end up cutting Jabril Cox and possibly Kelvin Joseph, because everything just seems a little weird. And I said it the previous live streams, I'm like, they're playing these guys so late in the preseason. I'm like, for a player to be a 2nd-round pick and to go through all the things that he has been through and to be playing that late in the preseason, I'm like, I'm not really sure about it. But it's crazy, because, I mean, this is going to be a situation right here that can be a true wake-up call for a guy like him. You know what I mean? Like, the guy has a lot of talent, but the thing is, man, you got to be good on the field and good off the field. He was a very good special teams player. He was a good gunner, but, you know, change is good. Change is good sometimes. And, hey, you know how that goes, man. But, I mean, as far as his ability, he's good. But, yeah, the diss track might definitely be coming. He said I got Pollard in my fantasy draft and his backup Deuce Vaughn. That's what's up, bro. Fireworks. Because I'm definitely gonna be scooping him as well once we get to my draft too, man. Because I just think that dude is gonna really rip up the league this year. You know, usually when you're playing on that one contract year, the Saquon Barkleys, the Josh Jacobs, the guys that usually always get hurt every year. But when you plan on that 1 year deal, you tend to stay healthy. you tend to stay healthy. It's kind of crazy how that works, but at the same time, you know, just seeing him and getting healthy, Michael Gallup, all those guys, they're going to be very important for the offense, man. It's going to be big time, as well as the defense too, with Jordan Lewis coming back from injury. So, all right, my man said we took Miami, problem child, and gave them ours. I know, right? Look, the thing is with this guy, right? Let me go here real quick. I think I had him. Let me see. It's wild, you know, with the situation with him, because, like, you know, usually when you're a scout, you look at like family. The better scouts, they look at family. Like, was your family an athlete? Was your dad, mom? You know, did they run track? You know, both of his parents ran track. You know, he's a top-notch athlete. He was drafted in the first round. This was a guy, so he played for 32, I think it was 32 games. He had 29 tackles, 1 interception, 5 pass breakups. So, I mean, he did a little bit, you know what I mean? I mean, it's not easy when it comes down to the NFL, but at the same time, change is good. The same situation with Kelvin Joseph, you know, being a first-round pick, Noah and Kelvin Joseph being a second-round pick. Change is good. Let's see how it all works out with these guys. You know what I mean? But can he play special teams? Can he be something for us? He's a physical player. You know what I mean? But, you know, cornerback playing that position, it's not always easy. Definitely not always easy in this type of league. So it's going to be good to see how he all plays out. All right. Shout out to DP. He said KJ ain't got no reason to be mad. At least he still got his contract and the job. We set in the slot. Miami needs help. Both guys got traded where skill sets fit better. Good trade both ways, in my opinion. Hey, fireworks, bro. Fireworks. It's good. I mean, like I said, yeah, change is always good. And just want to see how this player is. You know what I mean? Like, if he's that physical type of player that they've been talking about, this is the kind of stuff that Dan Quinn likes out of his guys. And we'll see. I mean, our cornerbacks are deep, but they just got to stay healthy. All right. Let's see. I see 49ers in here trying to raid my page. What's good? What's going on? The hyena? What's good, man? What is going on? All right. So as far as, let me go here real quick. Let's see. Okay. All right. I just want to go here, man, because it's crazy when it comes down to certain players like an Isaiah Land. Like, you got to understand, I don't know, like, who they, okay, so we drop him, we lose him, and I don't know if it was because of Dorrance Armstrong or what, but he's a good player, but he has not proven anything in the NFL as far as the regular season. That's part of the reason why they probably thought they can get away with it. They probably knew that this guy was talented. The dip moves, rip moves, the pressures throughout the whole preseason. I mean, the guy was doing really, really well. But we got to understand, man, we can't keep everybody. It's unfortunate. It's definitely unfortunate. But when you're the Dallas Cowboys, when you have so much clout and everybody pays attention to what we're doing, usually you lose players like that. But we can't let that get to us. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep it moving, man. It's definitely going to be important for us because that defensive line, bringing in the right guys, bringing those guys in waves, Dorrance Armstrong, Cedric Golston, Chauncey Golston, all of those guys on that defensive line, man. So I think that it'll be good, but just as long as everybody can be able to stay healthy, I think we'll be fine. We'll be fine. All right. He said thoughts on Dak. I think Dak is fine. Dak is definitely fine. Just got to build around my man. Just build around him. We got the guys. The wide receivers are there. The running game will be there. I'm so glad Zach Martin is back. As long as he stays healthy, Tyron Smith, I think that these guys are going to be okay, man. You know what I'm saying? Because our brand of football is physicality. So that's what we do. All right, my man. Shout out to DP. He said Trey Lance should be our Taysom Hill while he learns from Dak. Put him in orbit motion and force defenses to declare. Yeah, that's good. Hey, that's good. But you know, some people, my last live stream, they don't even want him to get in the game at all right now because they don't want to take away the momentum from Dak Prescott. You know what I mean? And I understood what they were saying, but just to get a guy like him going, I would like to see him in the system, you know what I mean, running RPO, anything that you got going, you know, like situational type of football, you know what I'm saying? Because he's a top-notch athlete. So, I mean, if they can be able to get like a little package for him, you know, throughout the game, depends on the situations in the game, I think it'll be good. Definitely be good. All right, let's see. Okay, I think we're good. Okay. All right. He said, shout out to you, Brian Bowman. What's good, bro? He said, I've never enjoyed a preseason game as much as I did for Will Greer. Way to go out. Hey, fireworks, bro. I got to give him a lot of respect. You know, for you to go out there and ball out like that, knowing that you were going to be cut. Hey, y'all know it's been a long day at work, so, you know, I had to tap in here. You know, I got my little drink. You know what I mean? Y'all already know. It's all good. It's Wednesday, but you already know, man. We tap in. You already know. But yeah, as far as Will Greer, I did like what he did, but he was another guy that I knew that, you know, they was going to scoop him up, but I wish him nothing but the best, you know what I mean? Because, you know, playing in the NFL, just having the opportunity to play in the NFL and for coaches to tell you that you're out of there, you got one last game, and for him to be able to step up and, I mean, literally, I mean, he played a dynamite game. You know what I mean? That's the type of stuff right there where it can get you put on a team, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, these teams, they watch us. They definitely watch us. All right. Shout out to DC for Life, Texas. He said, as long as KJ doesn't have his breakout game against us, he was getting close to that point. Yeah, let's go Cowboys. Yeah, he definitely was. I did like what I saw from him, but you know, I think that it had a lot to do with the situation that happened last year, y'all. Like, cause that situation was a little crazy when it came down to Joseph. Like, I don't know. And then on top of that, not really doing much last year. I mean, yes, special teams, but you know, you're being a second round talent. They will want you to be starting out there, you know what I mean? But he never like really cracked the starting lineup. I mean, he did show up a little bit, but you know how that go. You know how that go, man. The NFL is definitely not for long. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. Yeah, he signed with the Bengals, bro. He signed with the Bengals today. But as far as like the offensive line, like I am really, really excited just to see TJ Bass. It's crazy with him, right? Like, look, my man he's rocking the visor, y'all. I mean, come on, y'all. Come on now. You can already tell that this guy got that dog mentality, and just what he has been doing on the offensive line throughout the whole preseason is good. And it shows you that you can be able to get guys in the 3rd round, 4th round, late rounds, 7th round. You can be able to find talent at any given position. And just seeing this guy, seeing what he has been doing, I know it's the preseason, but when it comes down to the NFL, man, these guys are big time talented, and just being consistent, that is going to be very, very important. I don't think this guy even gave up a pressure the whole preseason. So just having him and to be able to back up guys like Zach Martin, that's going to be key. Definitely going to be key. All right. He said stress can do a lot to a person. Hey, big time, bruh. Big time. You know what I'm saying? That can be for the good, and then that could be for the bad. It can definitely go both ways. You know what I'm saying? So what are you going to do when the face of adversity hit? Are you going to step up to the plate, or are you going to fold like a lawn chair? You know what I'm saying? The words of my man, Law Nation. So, I mean, I think that, you know, with Kelvin Joseph, I mean, it's all mental with a guy like him. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. He said, just as Kyle talk about Lance, don't listen. He's still salty about Lance dropping his daughter. Hey, look, I ain't even know that, bro. If that's a real thing, I didn't even know. But it's wild. It's just wild just to see the guy. I know Mike McCarthy is really, really happy just to have a guy like him in there. You know what I'm saying? Just to get comfortable within the system, just understanding what Mike McCarthy wants out of him. And I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to definitely be good, but it's going to take time. You know what I mean? Because it's learning a different type of system is going to be huge. But, well, West Coast, they were running West Coast with the 49ers, but we have a little different wrinkles that he's going to have to catch up on. And he got time. He definitely got some time. All right, let's see. 8 days away from the Lions, shocking everyone and starting the Chiefs off with a loss. Yeah, I hear you, bro. I hear you. Yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm so excited. I am definitely excited, but it's wild because it's like, man, we got so much talent on this team. And I mean, they just got to put it together. If we can be able to put it all together, I mean, I don't think there's not a lot of teams in the league that's going to be able to stop us. We will lose games. I do want us, to have that situation where you're like, okay, we got to be able to pick up off that game that we might have lost, but just because iron sharpens iron, man, we have to just get in there, man. And I don't even care if this team is 12-5, 11-6, just get to the playoffs. That's when you can be able to turn up. You know what I mean? Because the better teams, you can beat teams at home and you can beat teams away as well. So it don't really matter to me, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be good. He said Gilmore Diggs, best cornerback duo. Yeah, I think so. I think they could be. But like I said, they got to go out there and prove it. They're the type of cornerbacks that you're not going to be able to just pick on both of those guys. And as well as guys like Deron Bland too. So I mean, just having Jordan Lewis in that type of system, it's going to be big time. And as well as having Malik Hooker and Javon Curse and all those guys, man. So the secondary is fireworks. But when it comes down to that linebacker position, we just got to make sure we pick somebody, man. We have to. It's going to be big. All right. Let's see. All right, let's see. Okay, I think they're good over there. Okay. All right, so as far as my guy, Awesome Richards, is another one. He's another guy playing that tackle position that surprised me. Like, sometimes, man, you got guys that got that dog mentality, and sometimes you can just see it. You know what I mean? And like I said, you got to give a shout out to all the coaches. You know what I mean? Because like just bringing guys in, late round picks. I think he was either fourth or fifth round pick. That's huge. It's definitely huge. And just having him, man, just having that dog mentality and what he has done for us so far, it's going to be big, especially when you got, our left tackles, our tackles. I mean, these guys be banged up, you know what I mean? So Tyron Smith, we all know how that goes with him, you know what I mean? So it's crazy. All right. Shout out to my man, DP. He said, Mike loves to develop quarterbacks. Tight ends are his weapons of choice, but he's not wasting playmaker wide receivers at all. He likes the running back position, just likes using multiple players in different roles, but he's the quarterback guru. Yeah, big time, bro. Fireworks. He's definitely the quarterback guru, and he's the type of guy that loves to play. He loves his players to be in space. He loves guys to play that mismatch type of game. So I'm excited to see what Luke Schoonmaker, all of those tight ends are going to be this year, because we know with Dak Prescott utilizes these guys all the time. If we date back all the tight ends, I mean, they have thrived in our offense. But just seeing Luke Schoonmaker this year, he did score this past game, and that little things like that can get your confidence up. You know what I mean? And having Jake Ferguson make good plays too as well, it's going to be big time. You know what I mean? And a lot of times you don't see a lot of our offense in preseason, so I'm sure they're going to have a lot of wrinkles this season coming up. All right. Shout out to my man Bruce. He said, JC, let's see. Hold on. Let me see. He said, JC, what do you think about the New York Giants taking wide receiver Dennis Houston and then Dallas picking up their center guard Sean Harlow to the practice squad? Do you think it's for intel? I mean, hey, look, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like I said, and I'm gonna go back to with the whole situation with Jabril Cox. Like, they're going to try to take all our players. Like the Giants, Washington, that's just what they do. But I mean, bringing in their center, Sean Harlow, I think it can be good. It can definitely be good. And one thing about our scouting department, man, we see like with our type of system, those are the kind of guys that we need. You know what I'm saying? So it can help us. It can definitely help us. But this guy's gonna have to go out there and do his thing. But as far as Dennis Houston, that one hurt me too, man. Like just all of those guys, man. Dennis Houston, guys like Jabril Cox. But I think that there are guys out there. There have been so many guys, bro, that has been cut. You can pick up these guys, the running back position. I'm not sure if Kareem Hunt is still out there, but if you're not liking Rico Dowdle at that number 2 position, if they have not proven enough to you as far as the preseason, then you have to give these guys a look, you know what I mean, at any position, linebacker, defensive line, anywhere, you know what I'm saying, the center. So it's huge. It's definitely huge. But as far as him playing that center position, I think they might have there's question marks about our second string at the center position, you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, but those positions are very, very important to get us to where we want to go, bro. You know what I'm saying? So All right. Let's see. He said Parsons will be looking at that contract of Nick Bosa. The cap will be tight. Yeah, but I mean, if we can be able to get Dak Prescott done, then I think the cap would be a lot better. But when you have Micah Parsons and what he has done so far in his career, you got to sign guys like him. You got to sign guys like that. You know what I mean? I mean, a guy that can be able to play multiple positions. He's going to have a very, very good year. Not sure if he weighs about 255 pounds. I knew that was his goal, to be able to weigh 255 pounds this year. But I mean, just to stay healthy, get himself, and once you get towards the end of the season, you can go out there and let it rip, because we know he's going to be going up against these top-notch linebackers, these top-notch tackles, these guards. But his type of skill set, man, you want to have this guy blitzing between the A and B gaps. The closing speed of this player is going to be fireworks. And just having that front seven, I just think that these guys are going to really, really dictate games, man. I'm really, really excited to see how that all plays out with Micah Parsons this year. So, and he's getting close to his contract. So usually when you're getting close to your contract, that's when guys are, they really turn up. You know what I mean? So that's how that goes. All right, my man said, shout out to DP. He said, what happened with rumor of us trading for James Conner? Did you hear anything? I didn't hear anything about James Conner. I ain't hear nothing about him, but I don't know. I don't know if they're going to go into this situation with the second running back Enrico Dowdle and just see how it all plays out with him. But there's always room to get better at the running back position, if you ask me. So we'll see. It's going to definitely be good with it, though. Big Flock, what's good, bro? What's good? What's going on? What's good with you, man? We in here. You already know we in here chopping it up, man. Just saying what's good. Definitely saying what's good. But I'm so excited. I'm so excited just to see everybody, especially the offense, the offensive line. If Tyron Smith can stay healthy, I mean, I don't know. If he can be able to stay healthy, I mean, this team can go so far. But just getting it right, understanding what these guys want on offense, it's going to definitely be good for everybody, man. All right. And my man did mention Hunter Lupke. Yeah, that's crazy that he made the team. It's crazy that guy made the team, but you never know. When it comes down to Mike McCarthy, I mean, they might be using a lot of fullbacks this year, a lot of goal line work, being able to block, little things like that matters, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be huge. All right. Okay, my man said them in, but now you act like we can't do it again. I don't know if he's talking to somebody else. Okay, he said, you think we should make a move for Jacobs? Who are you talking about? Josh Jacobs? Didn't he sign a contract? I think we're good when it comes down to the running back position, man. But, if we can be able, no splashy move. If you can bring somebody in there that's solid, that'll be fine. That'll definitely be fine. All right, let's see. Okay, I think that is okay. Yeah, man, but it's crazy, like, when you think about a guy like like Trey Lance just coming in here, I just think that it's going to definitely be good for us, man. And just seeing how it is with Dak Prescott, I just think that it's going to bring the best out of him, and Mike McCarthy, all of the guys, man. I think it's going to definitely be good for all of us, man. So, all right. Okay, Big Flock, shout out to you, man. He said, I'm cutting DA to keep Lamb, but I'm not in anybody's front office. Hey, bro, I'm not, bro. I'm not. See, the thing is, like, when I'm seeing what I see from Doris Armstrong, every time he gets in, he goes out there and makes a play. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to be able to find. I don't have my edit that I did on him. I had it probably a couple of weeks ago. But to see a player like him on special teams, blocking punts, blocking field goals, doing little things like that, I mean, that stuff matters. I mean, sometimes you can't really coach that. You know what I mean? That's will. That's effort. You know what I mean? That's the type of guy that you need. A lot of people say that, he's having a lot of cleanup sacks, but I take that, bro. I take that, because when you're getting in there, you're making a play. I mean, we're going to talk about it throughout the season and see what happens with this guy. But I just think that, when you sign this player to that contract and you go out there and you have 8.5 sacks, it was like 8.5, 9 sacks on top of doing what you did on special teams. I mean, you did everything that you were supposed to do with that contract. So you want to cut him? It's kind of weird. You know what I mean? But I mean, a lot of people been saying that though, Big Flock. You know what I mean? I've been fighting for it, and I've been saying that he was going to definitely make this team, and especially seeing what Sam Williams did. I think the Sam Williams situation probably really, really, really did it. You know what I mean? Because he might not be playing for the next 3 games. So, All right. He said, "What do you think?" He said, "What do you think about YouTube having a Sunday ticket? Was at the bar watching the game. Very glitchy. Oh yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I got the app, bro. I got the app, the Sunday ticket app. So I always got all the games. So it's definitely fireworks, man. You know what I'm saying? But there ain't no glitching. You know what I mean? So, but hey, shout out to everybody. Make sure y'all smash that like button, man. Make sure y'all hit that cash app, super chats. Much love to y'all, man. If y'all, hey, look, man, this runs through y'all. If y'all not here, JC Cowboys don't work, man. And that's a real thing. So I appreciate all y'all support, man. Thank y'all so much. Definitely wanted to tap in. Definitely wanted to tap in, man. But definitely gotta have y'all coming through and supporting, man, for sure. And we will be having more fire breakdowns. You already know, man. So shout out to Big Flock. He said he did disappear toward the end of the last season, unless I missed something. But we also ain't know what he was going to be before we let RG slide out. Yeah, I know, right? And you talking about Randy Gregory. So, like, he did slow down a little bit towards the end of the season. A lot of those guys slowed down, towards the end of the season. But the thing is with him just going out there and just staying consistent, that's what's going to be very, very important when it comes down to a guy like Armstrong. But just going in there and getting into the rotation with Micah Parsons, spelling Micah Parsons whenever he gets off the field, you don't want it to be like a crazy drop off, because every time when he gets in, he does make a play. He definitely makes a play, but he's one of those guys that he's not going to like rep games week in and week out, but just to go out there and just be a consistent player and just just do the little things. I think he'll definitely be good for us, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see this year when it comes down to Dorrance Armstrong. All right, let's see. He said, okay. He said the Eagles defensive line is loaded. They loaded, but at the same time, we got the offensive line to be able to stymie those dudes at the line of scrimmage, bro. So we ain't scared of those dudes. Say, what about the tight end? Love the tight end position. Jake Ferguson, those guys, I think they'll be ready to play this year. Luke Schoonmaker, they're deep, you know what I mean? And you got guys like Peyton Hendershot, so they should be able to mix up a lot of things within the scheme. All right. Shout out to my man DC for Life Texas. He said, I paid for the Sunday ticket and I got to watch one preseason game live. Yeah, man. Yeah. Sunday ticket is jumping. It's definitely jumping. It's a turn up. But I don't be having no glitching on this side. So that's always it's good. You know what I mean? No glitching. All right. Shout out to my man DP. He said I was on trade Dorrance Armstrong for 2 years, but since he got that 2-year extension, it's been 2 career years in a row. Sacks, block kicks, even touchdowns. You know what I'm saying, bro? Fireworks. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't, it's hard to be able to give up a player like that. If you're getting the sacks, even though if it's not 10, 11 sacks, if you're getting 9 sacks, 10 sacks, and you're getting touchdowns, you're getting block punts, like, how are you going to be able to cut a player like that? That's when you start getting a little too cute. You don't want to get too cute with it. If you know you got a good player that you have been developing, and every single year, ever since his first year, he's been getting better. You keep those guys. You definitely keep those guys. And let's see if he can be able to stack on top of that this season. If he gets 10, 11 sacks again, some block punts, some block field goals, then we're going to revisit him like, okay, this is why you keep guys like this, because he can win you a game. He can win you 2 games. You know what I'm saying? He said, bro, ain't nobody scared of the Eagles. Hey, shout out to you, D-Block. What's good, bro? Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, ain't nobody scared of them, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, they got some talent, but I think that our talent, once we line up against those guys, we can get them out the way. Like, Dak Prescott gives those guys problems every time we play him. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be good. It's going to definitely be good. All right. I think I missed. Okay. All right, let's see. These boys stacked. We making noise this year. Real talk, bro. Yeah, big time. You know what I'm saying? So just, hey, man, defense wins championships. You know what I'm saying? Offense going to get you there too as well. But, special teams, that's going to be key. Having guys like Kevontae Turpin, can he be able to step up and the punt returns, kick returns, whatever he's going to be doing out there? Or can they even implement him in the offense? You know what I'm saying? Little things like that. I think it's going to be good. You know what I'm saying? He said, have Big Bo signed with anyone? What's up, Mr. Kima? What's good? I haven't heard about him signing with anybody, but that's another situation, that they let a player like him go. But just having those big time 3-1 techniques, I didn't know for sure if they was going to keep all those guys. You know what I mean? And Amazi Smith and a Jonathan Hankins, and on top of that, having Bo there as well. So I mean, it's crazy how situations like that happen, but I hope that they made the right decision because hey, that's like nine. That's like nine. That's almost like 1,000 pounds of beef right there. You know what I'm saying? As far as those defensive tackles, but I mean, I think that Mozzie Smith and Jonathan Hankins will be good for us this year coming up. So they'll kind of spell each other. You know what I mean? And Mozzie Smith has a lot to learn, but he actually did have a good game against the Raiders. But just seeing him, just getting used to what these offensive linemen are trying to do to him, I think eventually he'll be able to get it. He's a very physical player, but if he can be able to get himself in position, it's just going to make it right for all the linebackers and everybody else, the safeties, those guys coming down in the box. It's going to be big, man, because physicality is everything. And that's part of the main reasons why we drafted this guy to go up against those teams like the 49ers and all that good stuff, man. So, yeah, man, it's going to definitely be good. Hey, shout out to my man Has Life, man. Hey, what's good, man? Hey, make sure y'all follow my man Has Life on the TikTok side and the YouTube side. I appreciate you, bro, for all the love that you show. Big channel over there, man. Much love to you, man. Much love. All right. Shout out to my man DC for Life Texas. He said, JC, what about during the season? Do we still get to watch when it's supposed to be on Amazon? Do you still get on Sunday Ticket? I mean, the only time where I can be able to watch it is when the games are being played. I'm not sure if you can be able to rerun the game. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can be able to do all that. But I mean, it's a good system though. You know what I'm saying? It's showing all the games. Ain't no crazy glitching. A little expensive, but you know, if you don't want to go to the bar, you know, there's a lot of crazy stuff that be happening at bars. So if you want to watch the game in your peaceful home, that's the kind of situation that you want to have, man, having that Sunday Ticket. So I get it every single year. You know what I mean? So can't wait. Definitely excited for that. All right, shout out to my man Big Flock. He said, and Brillo going to the Commanders. He needed this year to make it happen. Hey, look, that killed me. My man Has Life. He's a Commanders fan, bro. That killed me, bro. You know what I mean? Having a guy like him go there, but you know, when you're here for 2, 3, 4 years and you have not made much noise in our system, sometimes, I mean, change is good. You know what I mean? So you can't keep on hanging on to these guys if they're not stepping up. But I actually did like his tape coming out from the Seattle tape. That was huge. The way that he played, the closing speed was there. I did like the tape. I did actually put his highlights on my last live stream. But sometimes, hey, football, it's not for long. You know what I mean? And you can be on one team and then go to the next team, man. So hopefully he'll be able to do his thing, but not against us. You know what I'm saying? So you already know. All right, my man said, okay. My man said, got a guy I had hopes for, but ain't pan out was Simi. Yeah, that was another guy, bro. That was another guy that they was gassing. You know what I'm saying? That was another guy, but you know, when you're getting drop balls and stuff like that, and you having all that stuff that was going on, I'm not even sure if the guy even made it on the team. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even sure if he's on the team right now, but wish him nothing but the best. But you know, you want to bring the best guys out there. You want to have the best guys out there. It's going to be very, very important. Going down the stretch. Oh, shit. Yeah, hold on. My bad. All right, my bad, y'all. All right, we good. Okay, yeah, man. So yeah, man, it's definitely gonna be fireworks. I'm super, super excited to see how it all plays out with everybody. But yeah, like I said, man, when it comes down to Jabril Cox, it's just wild how that situation happened. But yeah, man, just gotta keep on bringing in talent, bringing in guys that can be able to play that linebacker position, that big nickel linebacker position, and see what happens. It's unfortunate with Overshown, but I think that guys like Marquise Bell and you got guys like Donovan Wilson, they can be able to hold it down for us or whatever. See how that all how we can be able to get that going. I said, do you think Deion Jones is a good fit with us? Yeah, I was talking about him. I was talking about him a little earlier, bro. I actually like him too. I actually like him. I posted him up here, right here. It's crazy that he did play for the Browns. You know what I'm saying? But you know, just being under Dan Quinn's system and just having an understanding on what we will want him as a linebacker, that'll definitely be huge. You know what I'm saying? But we just got to get somebody in there, a veteran and somebody that can be able to take these guys under his wing and get these guys going. But I think that when you're talking about guys like Damone Clark and LVE, those guys will be able to hold it down. But the linebacker position, it's a bang position. So you know what I'm saying, you got to have guys, you got to have depth. And I think if Deion Jones was to be able to come on this team, he will have a role for us. He will definitely have a role. He said we need good kickers too. Hey man, I hope to goodness we can be able to get that solidified when it comes down to that kicker position. I still have my questions, about that kicker position. But I mean, hey, it's crazy. But it's so crazy when it comes down to kickers. Like they're not physical at all in practice, but they become the most important player in certain situations in the game. You know what I'm saying? So just go out there and get the right guy. You know what I'm saying? Go get a guy that can kick 40 and 50-yard field goals. Usually we get guys that can kick 60-yard field goals, but have problems kicking 40 and 50-yard field goals. So it's a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to my man Landlord. What's good, bro? What's good, man? I had to tap in real quick, man. It's been so much stuff that's been going on with this 53-man roster, bro. But I think that, with the talent that we have, we can be able to get it done. You know what I'm saying? I'm so proud of these guys. I can't wait to see what Deuce Vaughn is going to be on this offense. And earlier I was talking about guys like Tony Pollard. I think he's going to be special when it comes down to this offense this year on that 1-year prove-it deal. Usually these linebackers, bro, they come out here and do these running backs that come out there and do their thing as far as playing on that 1-year contract. So it's definitely going to be exciting, man, to see how this all plays out with everybody. All right, shout out to Big Flock. He said Overshown going down was supposed to give Brillo that opportunity. And is Dono ready to start this season? I think he's going to be ready to start this season. I think so. I think, once you get, I think like the second game or maybe like the third game, I think he'll be ready. But just give that time. Because usually I think it was like the first game or the first practice, he hurt his calf. And we all know that calf muscle is connected to the Achilles. So you don't want to mess that up. You know what I mean? So just let him rest up. That's part of the reason why I think guys like Marquise Bell will be able to step up. And he's not a Donovan Wilson, but he can go out there and just make some plays, get his nose in there and just be physical. Cause these teams now, they want to be physical with us, man. So, it's going to definitely be huge. Definitely going to be huge. All right. He said, I would not be mad at bringing Jalen Smith back to help in the middle. He's not what he once was, but he will be solid depth. Yeah, coming to think about it, yeah. I mean, a guy that's not starting, yeah, I think he could help the guys out. You know what I mean? He's still a good player in my eyes. He's not what he used to be. And I'm not even sure if he was ever what he was supposed to be after that injury. Like when he had that injury coming out, I don't think he ever played to the best of his ability. You know what I mean? But I mean, yeah, he can be a serviceable linebacker. Always liked the guy. He was that RKG, the right kind of guy. He was a nice guy, but I'm usually big on bringing in them dogs, like Michael Parsons, bringing in those type of guys, but those rah-rah guys. But at the same time, Jalen Smith, if you can bring him in, I think that definitely be okay for the linebacker room. So yeah, man, definitely gonna be good. We will be in the JC Lounge on Friday. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna turn up. I probably have Jazz on with me. You know what I'm saying? She's been wanting to get on, but she's been working so much, been a lot. Captain Rob, let's see if he tap in with me. And you guys, man, I'm probably gonna do the Fan Fridays, so I'm gonna send a link so you guys can be able to tap in with me and just give me your thoughts. Give Cowboys Nation your thoughts on everything, and let us know, man, what's good. How you feel about all the additions, all the cuts, and all that good stuff. So, all right, let's see. Shout out to Big Flock. He said, right now, who you taking, Jalen or LVE? I'm taking LVE, bro. I'm taking LVE. I mean, if you look at Jalen Smith, I mean, he's been bouncing around so much, bro. Like LVE has been with our system so long, so he knows what Dan Quinn wants. You know what I mean? He's been around. So I mean, yeah, not saying that LVE is like all world, but I mean, I'll take the guy that's been solid in our system, and if he can be able to stay healthy, I think he'll be fine. But yeah, I do like Jalen Smith though. You know what I mean? But I mean, being around guys like Michael Parsons, I think that can make him be that much more better. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be good with that. All right, my man said Jalen flashed for a couple of years, but teams figured out his deficiencies faster than he could cover them up. Never thought LVE would outplay him. Yeah, bro. Yeah, like defense, man. These scouts, bro, they are be on point with it. You know what I'm saying? Like they were really trying to scheme this man open in space, and his giddy up, like his soon he like got the running. It took time for him to, catch up to speed because of that injury. So I know what you're talking about, bro. Like they were literally trying to get that guy in space because they'll be able to make moves on him because of that injury that he had. You know what I'm saying? But just if they were to bring him in and get him into the system, as long as Dan Quinn understands that, just like what I said about getting his space stuff, if you have a role for this guy, I think it'll be good. It can definitely be good for us. And would like to see him rushing the passer too as well. I always thought he was a good pass rusher, coming out of college, but I didn't really see too much from him like that, coming into the NFL. You know what I mean? I thought that he would do some of the things that Micah Parsons would be able to do as far as rushing the passer, because he has a highlight reel of him just rushing the passer coming out of college. So I mean, he was a good player, man. But when you have an injury like that, sometimes it can hinder you big time. Hey, shout out to my man Hoodlum though. But yeah, man, we'll definitely tap in. We'll probably be back on Friday night for the JC Lounge. Make sure you guys tap in with me. Smash that like button, man. Y'all already know how this algorithm be going. But we're going to keep this thing going, man, because with the JC Network, we always keep this thing consistent. So, y'all holler at me, man. We'll talk soon. All right, y'all. Go.